Hey, what's up, people? This your boy Beats Exclusives back in the building with the latest observation. I mean, this is not the latest update because this is not a trending issue, or this is not, something that is happening now or that has happened that I'm about to discuss. But this is a premium observation. I mean, as an industry person, I mean, it is very necessary for me to, be looking at critical things and be, sparking up critical thinking and critical conversations. And so this is just an observation I've made during this, festive season, which is from December, beginning of December, up until this New Year's that we're going in. And so, I mean, I need people with good, good listening ear and good, thinking heads to listen to me and kind of get, the direction I am coming from. And so this is what I am thinking about, and this is what I'm about to discuss now. So during this whole festive seasons, we've seen our musicians, both new and old, put up platforms and stages, to entertain their fans and audiences in Ghana, across all regions. I mean, regardless of how big or small the show is, I mean, it is what every artist can, afford. I mean, they can only put up platforms that or events that they can afford. And so this is where my problem is. Leading into the New Year's, listen, please, event organizers, observe and acknowledge that our artists are able to, at least put themselves on a certain type of platform. And so, if you're looking to work with an artist in this New Year's 2025, please approach the ones you can afford. Please, again, event organizers, both in Ghana and outside Ghana, and especially the ones outside Ghana. If you're planning to host an artist from Ghana in any part of the world, please know what you can afford. Do your research, do your research and know the audience of the particular artist you're trying to engage or you're trying to fly into the country that you are to come and perform. Because we don't want to enter into this 2025 hearing, our artists are asking for things that they can't afford. I mean, we've seen the way our artists, they've treated themselves this December, the type of platforms and stages and shows they've put up themselves. Some of the shows, I can roughly estimate that, will cost close to $300,000. Looking at the stage and, the premises where they held the event, providing security, providing, amenities for people that are attending the shows and all of that. And so if you listen, this thing I'm saying is especially for our event organizers who live outside Ghana. I know it's hard, it's tough when you're trying to put up all of these shows, but please, if you decide to go for the big guys in the industry, understand that, listen, they are able to afford a certain type of image for themselves, a certain type of, platforms for themselves. And so if you go with a budget smaller than, what they are able to afford for themselves, and they tell you, listen, big man, this is not my fee, don't come and say our artists are asking for treatment that they can't afford. I think rather you didn't do your checks and balances properly to understand the caliber of artists you can afford. And so leading into this New Year's, please, because I mean, these are some of the things that really messes up the image of our entertainment industry outside of Ghana. I mean, you see a new event promoter who is just starting out, and because he wants to make an impression, he goes out of his budget range to go and inquire for, or to go and, ask for an artist who is bigger than his, his current budget. I mean, I know everybody eventually will grow into, the more you do it, the more you gain experience, blah, blah, blah. But I think if you're a starting up event promoter outside of Ghana, please, we have the small guys, whose fee may not be as, or whose demands may not be as huge as, some of our A-list and B-list artists. And so if you're planning your event for 2025, please pair your budget. Understand the caliber of artists you can afford and go for them. And also do your promotions, because it's very bad to, invest all these monies to pay for the artists, their tickets, their performance fee, their hotel fees, I mean, do everything you can to, make them feel comfortable, and then they will come, and then the event was less promoted, and so the percentage is not anywhere close to your expectation or the artist's expectation. I mean, this is bad for business for all of us, because at the end of the day, the videos will end up on social media, and you might get dragged for flopping the show or booking an artist you can't afford. And so, two things: please pay your budget, respect yourself, and hire artists per your budget, and also promote your shows. We don't want no last minute.coms, because I mean, I'm going to list 5 artists that I think, listen, per the way they mounted stages and held their events this year, listen, their prices have gone up. You like it or not. And so if you decide to book this artist for 2025, know that it might cost you a little over between $50K to $100K, 150 or more. Now, these artists are, I mean, the way they held their event and the way after the event there hasn't been any controversies is why I am listing this artist. And so my number one, and this number one artist has impressed me the most amongst all, because he is new. This was his first major event, and from the videos and everything and people that went to the show, I mean, everybody is so happy, and there hasn't been any type of sticky icky type of vibe after the event. And so my number one is Kweku Smoke. The boy is young, and on his own he managed to pull a crowd, mount a stage, and did his show in peace. And so if you're aiming to book Kweku Smoke for any event outside of Ghana, please come prepared. We don't want to hear and he's new in the industry, and we're offering him A and he's refusing it because he wants to. We don't want to hear any Kwekwanansi story. I beg, cut your coat according to your size. My number 2 on the list will be Stonebwoy. I mean, Stonebwoy, we know his international exploits, and so it's not now I'm coming to explain Stonebwoy's ins and outs, but understand that his price might go up after this December. And so if you're thinking of booking Stonebwoy for any international business, come prim and proper, because the man is able to do his own movement inside and outside of Ghana by himself, flying in all these international artists into Ghana for his BIM festival and things. And so, Charlie, you for no say the man in price go up. The number 3 on this list for me will be Sarkodie. I mean, Sarkodie, we know already. We know he knows how to handle his business, and he won't pull up to any type of event just for the sake of it. And so, again, let's respect our artists and their effort. This is not a case where you say they are not doing anything for themselves, and so you're trying to bring something to the table and they are refusing. You've seen for yourself, the type of things they are able to do for themselves. And so we don't want to hear any jiba, in this 2025. I beg, please. And then number 4 on my list will be is between Kofi Kinata and Manifest. Kofi Kinata and Manifest. Please, these two guys, if you're thinking of booking them for any international event, respect yourself and come prim and proper. I mean, I'll throw even Famille in there, because Charlie, Famille, also held his own and did his thing, So please, we know this artist and the type of backlash sometimes they receive when they go outside and the show is not successful and all of that. And so you, as the event organizer, don't give anybody the chance to ridicule our artists, because I feel like they are doing their best. You understand? And so please. And last but not the least for me will be King Promise. I think he's holding his event last but not the least. And so Kim Promise, I mean, I've seen the stage setup and all of that. Oh, Kim Promise and Black Sherif. I mean, Black Sherif has held his event already. And so Kim Promise, I mean, I'm not too sure what Kim Promise's date is. Right, so Promised Land was on the 29th. So yeah, Promised Land has happened already. But I mean, I haven't seen any excerpts of it online and all that. And so I'm not too sure, but it looks like Promised Land has happened already by the time I'm doing this video. And so please Kim Promise, Black Sharif, all these guys have their own international exploits already. We can see them going in and out of Ghana, stepping on big stages and stuff. And so if our Ghanaian event organizers outside Ghana planning your event for 2025, cut your coat according to your size and also promote your event. We shouldn't give other people, other nationals the chance to ridicule our musicians, because Charlie, the boys then they force. If it be music, then they sing, then they rap, then they do. If it be videos, Charlie, then they shoot. Anywhere, anyhow. Kim Promise's last video, Charlie, it be banging. I mean, Charlie, we know if you look down on anything our artists they do. And so if you're an event organizer, I mean, it's also your responsibility to make sure that the platform you're setting up for the artists is going to create a buzz that is going to bring more business for the two of you. And so please, this is my premium observation. I know some people won't listen, and we will enter 2025 and plenty wahala will be unfolding. Please, listen, I understand human errors do happen. Unforeseen circumstances do happen. But the ones that we are able to manage, let's manage, especially when it comes to budgeting and planning and promotions for individual respective events across the world outside of Ghana. Please do your promotions. Hire people who are able to do good promotions for you, because Charlie, we they see what these Nigerians they do, and then when them artists, I mean, sometimes if the show is not as big as it might seem, but the way them go hype them and the social media rants and things alone, Charlie, will make you feel like Charlie, the venue covered about 20,000 people, but sometimes it be between 5,000 to 4,000 to 5,000 venue, but Charlie, the hype alone makes it so attractive that you want to go to the next one they're doing. And this is how they are able to, bring in a lot of, international audiences across the world. So please, our event organizers, let's step up the game this year. And I mean, let's make sure that, listen, if not for anything at all, other nationals are able to, or want to come to our event, because Charlie, our event is always amongst us and is always somehow, and then unnecessary controversies after, so Charlie Mo could try. But anyway, shout outs to any, every Ghanaian event organizer out there trying to put, our boys on and also to contribute to our entertainment industry, Charlie. I know it's not easy. We are not knocking you guys for trying, but we're saying there's always a standard that we need to follow, or we need to meet. And so if we are not meeting those standards, and I mean, our shows are always, not, they are not anything to talk about after the event, then Charlie, I mean, it's better we don't do it at all, because Charlie, for you to invite people, say make them come your house, can chop, and then by the time they get to the house and eat the food not they be there, like, invite themselves, like, you good. So Charlie, thank you guys for checking me out. This is your boy Beats Exclusives. If this is your first time coming across my content, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm always here to bring thought-provoking conversation and trendy updates. And so catch you on the next one. On to the next. Bless.